So welcome everybody to today's session on upskill to agentic automation. We're very, very excited. I'm Diana Gray. I'm the community marketing manager in the Americas for UiPath. And today we're going to kick off the workforce development program with Christopher Radich, who's our vice president with client success at UiPath. So Chris, over to you.
All right. Thank you. And thanks for everyone who's joining because it means you're interested in being a part of this next wave of agentic AI. The UiPath Act 2 strategy of being an agentic company is quite important to us, and we think we can allow you to have Act 2 of your career. The upskilling initiative, really the impetus is around, you look at every industry. I serve government as vice president of client success and public sector CTO, and there's never been a time where we've seen careers in flux. I have neighbors and friends who have either taken deferred resignations or been a part of layoffs in government, really for the first time since I've been serving government for the last 20 years. I also look at folks serving financial services, manufacturing, other industries in tech, or as core business knowledge workers impacted by layoffs. You see it every day on LinkedIn. But sometimes where there's a disruption, there is an opportunity. So if you just look at the tech trends akin to cloud back now over 10 years ago, Gartner named Agentic AI our top tech trend. Um, and effectively, there's this belief that autonomous agents are going to be the new way to deliver technology. So rather than building business applications, you're going to be building an agentic layer. And UiPath is well positioned. In fact, I recommend to folks as a next step, if you're really interested in the space, UiPath is cited a couple of times as a top low-code option in this book, Agentic Artificial Intelligence. It's a good way just to get up to speed more on the trend. But this is the place you want to be. You want to be learning about agentic AI. Yes, it's disrupting the knowledge worker fields that you might be serving. It's disrupting a lot of technology companies, but it's where you want to be. I'm just going to get back to government for a moment. I know we have a pretty strong audience who is either serving the government with a partner or possibly has been displaced or taken the opportunity to pursue opportunities in the private sector. But two policies came out that have kind of driven this change, and it's really the Department of Government Efficiency. I'm sure you all have seen them in the news. And then the Department of Defense kind of took that language via Secretary Hegseth as well. It's caused incredible disruption, but the interesting thing is both of these memos and movements kind of insinuate that agentic AI and automation is the solution to a leaner workforce. So this is a great spot to be a part of the solution, recognizing though that we have empathy for those that have been impacted or in search of their next act. If we go to the next one here, I'm just going to show some numbers and a little bit of our North Star. So and these numbers flux. There's different changes that are coming out of the Trump administration, but at last count, about 288,000 employees would be impacted by this restructuring of government, about 50% through that restructuring. And if we impacted just 1% of folks who have taken deferred resignations or been a part of layoffs, then we would actually be bringing 2,880 agentic AI experts into the market. Top job skill that you could possibly have. And if you actually look at a possible pathway to get back into government on the next slide, you see here, if you look at our certification pathways on the left, AI associate, developer associate, business analyst associate, they actually map directly to the relevant OPM job series. So if you were a computer scientist, possibly you go after AI associate or developer associate, and there's often a fast track. The irony on all this change is there's also an insourcing movement for technology roles in government, which could possibly provide you with a fast track. I will tell you, when I examine our business, our government business at UiPath, the biggest constraint we have is developer skills on our more advanced capabilities, whether that's ML and IDP experts, deploying autopilot, integrating with LLMs, and doing our more advanced agent builder and Maestro development. So this is a great opportunity for us to kind of get ahead of the resource constraints as we build these different agents across government agencies. And once again, this is not only a government program. We established the program given this massive visible disruption to government. But if you're in the private sector and you're feeling similar career pivot or you've possibly been displaced, we're here to help you as well. So don't feel like you have to be serving the US government in order to join this program. Super excited though. I'll end with this. Uh, I just read the World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs report, and it predicted that 92 million roles will be displaced by 2030. I feel like we're in the mode of we're feeling that right now, but 170 million new ones will be created largely on the back of these AI technologies. So appreciate everyone who has shown interest in the next act of their career. We want to help you through any type of job transitions that you're going through, and it's a great program that Diana is going to overview with the team.
Thank you, Christopher. So again, I'm Diana Gray. I'm the Senior Community Marketing Manager for UiPath, but I'm working with a team of people, as you'll see on the next slide. Karina Gionea, who is our senior director for the community, is very involved in this program, as is the whole team. So Anna's on the call. Ravathi helps a lot in the background. They're not going to be talking today, but Eliza does a social media. There's a whole team of people at UiPath who will be working on this program with us, are very interested in its success, and will be contributing along the way. This isn't a program that's going to last for a month or 2 months. This is going to last for a year or more. We want to make sure that people understand what the UiPath community can do, but also what our partners do with us. And that's an important piece of this whole program. So UiPath community is over 3 million people right now. It's very vibrant. It's global. We have a lot of programs, which in one of the sessions in the later date, we'll go through what the whole UiPath community is all about. But for right now, if you're interested, you can scan this code. I'm always available to talk you through this, but please go to the next slide. What we like to do is just get people started with the community because it's how we grow together. So as you see, this call itself is part of how our community works. People from UiPath, people from the product teams, people from the marketing teams, people from public sector, as well as people from all over the world have come today to partner with us to provide this content to you. So we have people from APJ, we have people from EMEA, we have people from Latin America, we have people from the United States who are all contributing to this, as well as Canada. So it's a pretty remarkable community that we all have, and we all really enjoy being part of this because, as you can see, there's a lot that can be done with the commitment from several different people. So if you go to the next slide. I'm just going to talk about why we're doing this and what kind of benefits you can get very quickly. So there's a lot of different components within UiPath. There's the UiPath Academy. They typically provide self-paced learning. There's the community. We get support from experts all over the world, including many on this call. And then there's certification opportunities that we want to provide you. So certification, we feel, is like the core of any learning path. And all this, mainly, most of this content is for free, depending on how we structure it. So if you go to the next slide, we're going to let you know kind of what you can expect. So the first thing we want to talk about is that we have put a lot of work behind the Agentic workforce readiness. So Agentic is part of this whole program. We're going to start the sessions off with Agentic so that you understand what it is. It's fairly new, so don't be worried about not understanding it today. But we're going to start with that. We also, if you look at the bottom of this first column, have a URL to something called Agent Path, which is where developers can go. It's where you can go to learn more about what Agentic is, what things are available for Agentic, how you can get involved. The Academy curriculum, we have multiple different courses that we're going to tie into the whole program that we release to you. It's all free training. It's amazing. The first one we're doing is transition to agentic automation. Then we'll be doing an AI associate series, followed by a developer associate series, and then finally a business analyst series. So all these are key to understanding the different roles that you might want to have, and we'll go through each one separately. We will not run these series on top of each other. We'll run them one after another so that you have an opportunity to go to as many or as just a few that you want to get the skills for. So we'll go through this at a later date as well as we start releasing these series. The community sport is we do live virtual sessions around the self-paced training. So we bring in experts who really know this material, who have been certified on this material, who will lead you through talking about the high points, the things you really need to know about this, answering your questions so that you really understand it and you're not guessing as to what it means. So this is very, very well done. And we've been doing this for multiple years now. It helps people really get certified faster. It helps people form a network faster. So we're really excited about that. And you'll see later I put something in the chat where we have a community forum where we want you guys to get to know each other, share your questions, and support each other. And then lastly, we really believe in digital credentials and certification. So when you get done with any series, you will get a learning credential, and then we'll talk about the certification program, which is mapped to that particular series. So if you want to go to the next slide. So our learning path so far is we really did a program launch or announcement in April, on April 29th. And right now we're doing our kickoff program, our kickstart program. So in August, we have just come out with some of our agentic training, which is why it's taken us a little bit of time to be able to offer these programs to you because they are customized for you. So in August, we're going to be putting the content together, announcing these, getting ready for you. And then September 8th through 11th, we already have our series, which is going to be launched here over the next week. So 2 sessions out of 4 are all ready for you to register. And we'll have the rest out by the end of next week. And if you look at this URL here, I did put that in the chat, but it is the series page. So Anna Maria put this all together. This is where you can find everything you need to know. You can find out how to register for the series, where to go for everything, what's coming. You can always reference this page. It's very important. Okay, and then what can we offer you? So UiPath and our partners offer you competencies for today and tomorrow. You're going to hear from our partners in just a minute. We're going to provide you self-paced and accessible training. You really get to learn from practitioners who are out in the field, who work for different companies besides UiPath, who can answer your questions as to how does this really work in the real world. You have access to a UiPath sandbox, if you would, where you have access to our community platforms where you can practice, where you get hands-on practical knowledge. And then you have our support. We have over 125 MVPs globally. We have people who will help you mentor you, do whatever is required in order for you guys to be successful. So that's kind of how we operate here. And we're really excited that you're here with us. So if you go to the next slide. So our journey begins really on these series programs with a learning path. And these learning plans are very well put together. They're put together by our product team, by our learner teams. They structure learning plans and they design it with certifications in mind and practice tests and diplomas, everything you need to be successful along this journey. So we'll be asking you to take some of that at a self-paced training rate. But what we provide, if you go to the next slide, is we really want you to like prepare this and understand that as you're choosing your certification path, like you would choose the AI associate certification path or the BA certification path. That's what our series are geared to do, is help you not only make sure you finish the courses, but that you get expert advice, you form a network, and then you get certified ultimately. And this will really help you in your career. There's a lot of demand for these types of skills in the marketplace. So if you go to the next slide, this talks a little bit about our certification tracks. We have quite a few, but as you can see, right now in this presentation, we're just going to be focused on the AI associate, the developer, and the business analyst. And then when it's out, we're going to add the agentic automation certification to these paths too. If you go to the next slide. And Anna, do you want to talk to this?
Yeah, sure. So beside the FAQ page that you will be able to find on the program page that Diana talked about earlier, we have a dedicated thread for the program on our forum. This is the place where you can go to ask any questions you might have. You can add any comments, thoughts, feedback. And the thread you see in the picture here will always be updated with useful information and with the next steps for you within the program. So after this session, you're gonna find new information about the upcoming series. Diana put the link in the chat, but you can also see it there and you can find it by searching it up on forum. So that's it. See you on forum. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, and now I'm going to turn it over to Eric Gillette.
Yes. Hi there. I hope you can hear me.
Yes.
Good. Yeah. Hello, everybody. My name is Eric. I used to lead the automation teams at a large bank and at a large consumer company, and then I got a bit frustrated with other consultants I was working with because they always gave me the people they had, but not the people I needed. So I started my own company, thinking, well, if you don't get what you want, do it yourself. So, and then on the next slide, I'd like to briefly introduce my company, Boundaryless. I think we can skip this and then move to the next one, just to move further. And one more. Thank you. And it's basically started with the idea, like I'm a bit stubborn. I just want to have great people. So I looked at UiPath, and they every year announce the most valuable professionals, MVP. So I thought, well, why don't I start hiring some of these MVPs, some hackathon winners? And that got almost a little bit out of control. We're running up to 70 people, and we probably have more of those MVPs, the UiPath recognized experts, than any other company out there. And it gives us an advantage, right? We because we have smart people, we can jump on new ideas, innovative ideas around agentic, for instance, where we are helping even UiPath to instruct our sales teams about what's possible. But in the end, like I don't want to talk too much about the company, but of course I care about having great people, but I also, because I care about doing a great job for the clients we have, but I also care very much about giving back. And this is how Diana and I connected, also how the team of HSI, her second Innings, and I connected. We have done projects together in child welfare, where we help children find foster families. We help women, and HSI is the real partner here, back to work after a family break. And this purpose fits so well with what we believe in, to improve lives through automation and to give back to the community. And it's really what I want to talk to you about is enablement. It's not, I put impact on the slide, but it's really, we would love to help you move into this all the opportunities that there are today, jobs in AI. And then moving to the next slide. Because AI is a fuzzy concept, right? Everybody knows, everybody hears about it, but it's kind of hard to explain what it is. And there's definitions and everything. But I am also a university lecturer, and I use this slide to explain it to students. And I thought maybe I just bring that slide along, because AI is essentially a set of capabilities. You can call it human cognitive functions, but basically things that we can do as human. There's language. There's seeing, there's vision. We can do things, and we can also learn. And AI has these components. And of course, you know, I don't have the habit to explain every slide, to read out every slide, but I hope you get this. And what's increasingly happening is that these capabilities are joined up to do things. And there's probably also like a sort of an improvement cycle that, you know, data analysis. Today we have generative AI, but the models are not always great in making business optimization decisions, but they will probably come as well in the near future. But it's a very interesting area to see what's possible and to use those capabilities to change how work is done. And one of these combinations that I want to talk to you about is of course the agentic piece, and that's on the next slide. Because what is an agent? And there's all kinds of definitions again, and I like to keep things simple. For me, an agent is, I type in a prompt in ChatGPT or OpenAI or UiPath Autopilot, and it understands what I want. There's an intent recognition, and then it follows. Then there follow one or more actions, and this is for me how to best describe an agent. It's not like there's all kinds of definitions around autonomy and all kinds of concerns around autonomous AI. But for me, agentic is really around taking an intent and turning it into action. And the example I give here is probably something everybody can relate to. I would like to take a week off in August. Or why do I have to log into the HR system? Why can I not just type in a prompt? I would like to take that week off. The system knows to check how many vacation days do I have left. If I have enough left, send an email or approval message to my manager. If I get the yes, great. And then the agent may even create an out of office message that activates at the right time. And likewise, you can think about creating a purchase order. And that sounds very technical, but the problem is the technical people know how to do that. But if you're the secretary of the marketing director and you need 5,000 pens for a fair that's coming up, how do I create that purchase order? Now, wouldn't an agent be fantastic for those type of solutions, for those type of challenges? So hopefully that explains to you a little bit what this agentic is all about and why it's such a hype, because it makes life easier, right? You don't have to do all this manual logging in and figuring out how to do things. It will actually help you get things done faster. And on the next slide, and that's my last slide for this pitch, is the training we are supporting. And this is on the 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th of September. So it's 4 days, but it's not 4 full days. There's basically a session every day, and that session takes about an hour. And then we take extra time of half an hour to answer questions. But the idea is to do some of these UiPath online learnings. And for the first session, it's a little more. It's about 2.5 hours of pre-work, but you have time to prepare. But then every day, it's about an hour, 1 to 2 hours to do an online learning. After that, we have our session but if you look at the content, I think you get, I feel like a sales guy, but you get so much out of it, because prompt engineering is a super important skill. There are just jobs in itself on prompt engineering. Developing an automation, great, but that session 3, building your first agent, I think. So after 3 days, you can build your first agentic automation, and then the 4th section, BPMN, is a difficult abbreviation, but it's really around using standards around process. Basically, it's about process management standards. So it's the automation, but also thinking about how can we apply this to a process that we want to automate. And of course, we have our team. So like 4 of our MVPs are teaching this, and they work a lot with the UiPath community. And I encourage everybody to do this, because I really think there's a lot of need for people that understand these tools, that can use these tools. And UiPath has very meaningful certifications. I'm not sure if everybody realizes that, but those are like things you do put on your CV. And this is a great way to get a head start in hopefully a new career. And you can always write me. Yes, we can skip this page.
Hi, everyone. My name is Melanie, and I lead the innovation program at Greenlight Consulting. So just a quick bit about me. So I have an engineering background, and I've been really fortunate enough to explore a wide variety of roles: QA, data and business analysis, business intelligence, project management, and I've been really lucky to experience delivery from many angles. I never considered myself a developer. Coding wasn't really my thing, but with this rise of low-code AI-powered tools, I've actually found a lot of joy in building small apps on the side with platforms like Bolt and scripting quick Gen AI automations, and of course, working with UiPath's Web Studio and Agent Builder. So, what I love most about these tools is that they're expanding access. You no longer need to fit squarely into a dev or BA box. There's a whole new space that's emerging now with agentic automation, where people who understand business can also build, and people who build can deliver business value more directly. So just want to say, if you've ever felt torn between paths, this might actually open up new doors and give you a way to experience both. So a little bit about Greenlight, if you can flip to the next slide. Thank you. At Greenlight, we specialize in helping clients unlock value with automation, whether you're just starting out, scaling across the department, or building a long-term strategy. We've been working in this space for over 15 years, and in 2020, we were proud to be the first Canadian company to become UiPath Services Network certified. And then in that same year, in the middle of the pandemic, we co-hosted a virtual hackathon with UiPath, teaming up with University Health Network and George Brown College, bringing together healthcare and education to spark innovation. And since then, we've partnered on a number of community and educational initiatives with Diana and Manjula as well. You'll hear from her soon. We're really passionate about giving back to the community and doing what we can to help others in their career growth. We're going through a lot of change right now, and I think it's just really good if we can, just help each other. If you can go to the next slide, just a few more slides really quick. Sorry, one before that. Our head office is in Canada, and we also have teams in the US, India, and Costa Rica. And then let's fast forward to the next slide. Again, just a little bit more about us. We support organizations through the full automation lifecycle, from identifying opportunities to delivering and supporting intelligent and agentic automations. Our services include advisory and discovery, readiness assessment, solution delivery, and ongoing support and monitoring. So whether it's RPA, AI-driven decisioning, or now agentic automation, we help our clients drive value while staying aligned to their business goals. And the next slide, please. Thank you. So, the conversation around automation and agentic automation is really evolving fast. We're no longer just talking about bots and, that handle repetitive tasks. With Gen AI and agentic tools, we're really entering a new phase where agents actually do things for us, for humans, and humans and AI actively collaborate. So, it's worth asking, what does that mean for how we work? Deloitte said it, I think, best in their Gen AI and the Future of Work report they put out in February. Despite all the hype, it's not meant to replace humans, but to better unlock human potential, just as technology was always meant to do. If done well, Gen AI can aspire to the same promise, making humans better at work and work better for humans. So that's a quote from them. And then I didn't put that on this slide, I missed it, and Gartner, here, that's their quote, puts it bluntly: AI won't replace humans, but humans using AI will replace humans who don't. So, we thought like all the educational sessions are covered. So we thought in this session that we're going to be holding, we want to discuss how AI is actually being used in our day-to-day. So you can, get a better sense of how that looks, as PMs, BAs, QAs, and devs, and support. how we go about delivering and supporting automations. So session one that we're holding is the augmented professional working smarter with AI. So we'll walk you through real examples from our teams, how we're using AI to streamline delivery, improve outcomes, and level up our everyday work. Things like, writing better user stories, testing faster, or saving time on documentation. And we will get people from our team to, join and share their experiences firsthand, and, you can ask questions. And then session two, create your own career toolkit powered by AI. This session, will be all about you. We'll explore how to use free and low-cost AI tools to organize your career wins, ongoing match your skills to roles, and accelerate resume creation fitted to the job description, and even prep for interviews using a voice AI system. So it's a very practical session designed to help you, build a repeatable career process with AI as your assistant, as you're thinking about what next. So really excited to be part of this program with the other partners. Thank you, Diana and team, for reaching out to us to support. So the tools and skills you're building here have the potential to unlock a lot of opportunity, not just in automation, but in how you grow your career. So thank you, and turning it over to Angela. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Diana, and thank you, Eric and Melanie and Tracy. As a team, we are all just coming together and doing our best to just bring our society better. And with that, I am Manjula, and I just run organization Her Second Innings and The Next Innings. So I'm from the computer, like Eric from IT. I was just last my stint was with IBM and managing a 300-member team. I felt something more I can do with my tech skill. Decided to come out of the tech and using the tech into a real use. So that's where I just started my own firm, which is Her Second Innings in India, where with that we are just converting our women talent, like Eric was talking about it, as a human being where they can come with a passion and energy to thrive in the organization. Over to the next screen, please. Yes. So this is our gist of it, who we are and what we are just doing. Today, with the 300-member organization where I was able to quit, this is the transformation as a community together. We are able to bring it in front of you. We are 200K community member and serving 25 plus Fortune 500 clients today. And we just help our people to just get transition wherever. For us, career break is just a number. We have a magic way to bring them back to workforce. So that's what we do. So with the expertise of what we have built in India, we have just started a global organization, The Next Innings. If we can just bring every woman who's on break to come back to the career, why can't we do it for the immigrants and other people who are getting unemployed? How do we bring it? That's how the Next Innings has been started. And with UiPath, we are just working close to around 5 to 6 years by now. We have just completed a 30 plus batches, and 500 people are just find their own journey to get into a different organization with and without our support. And like all of us know about it, UiPath is about giving back the product to the organization, to the community. And we are also just helped by the 50 plus industry experts. And needless to say, it is a WeConnect certified organization too. Next slide, please. So what are we doing? Where are we? So as I was saying, I just from the IBM, I decided to do something different than in life. So that's where with the idea we started as a one website, which is a static website. Today, the milestone we have just moved is predominant, where we are able to build the community. And one of the reputed organization for most of the corporate, because our talent pool has been respected, like Eric was saying. And in fact, we have also started getting the strategy accounts to give them the forecast, saying that this is the number of people we should be able to create for every organization. So with that, we have built our own platform now, which is an AI platform, which gives you the comfort of finding the people in 48 hours. So that's the outcome what we have just brought into the system. So the technology, the partners put together, we are able to bring the Uber Ola model kind of thing, where we are able to churn the profiles with the apt of what is the customer is looking for. So that is where the HSI 1.2, where we started for a women, today we are able to make it as a women first, followed by everybody would be able to find their job in the market. So that's what we have just done. Next slide, please. So the kind of a support what we give it for our corporate is, of course, the corporate would be able to tell us about what is the skill they wanted to build it for their future organization. Currently, we are working on data science, AI, and full stack, and the DevOps cloud services. These are all the major things which is coming from the client forecast. We are working on it, and everything is online and on demand, and there is no structure like a cohort they have to join. Anytime they can just join and they can go through the program. And followed by that, we do have assessment and the job support services for the client, where they would be able to get interviewed and then get the placement over there. So that's what we just do that. Along with that, we also help the partners, where like UiPath, we are also partner for the other organization like Salesforce and etc. We would be able to do the partner specific programs and build that workforce for those product as well. And we do have a community support. Anybody comes as a career organization where they wanted to build their skills, and they would be able to do it. Everything is online, and most of the programs are very, very cost effective, knowing that it is a community support program, and we are the preferred diversity partner for most of the corporate too. Next slide, please. So what are we doing? How are we just doing from her second innings to the next innings as a global platform? As I said, our commitment is 48 hours, where we need to bring the talent to the corporate. So with that motto, we have just built a partner ecosystem. So the niche partners have been identified, and the talent pool comes from three different sources for us. One is from our community, second is from our internal, and third is from the partner. Apart from that, to encourage everybody to become an individual contributor as a gig workforce, we are building a platform to add them. So using all these forces and with the technology, our commitment of delivering the profiles within 48 hours and fulfilling in the 15 days, it's a commitment to every corporate. That's what we have just done in the new system. Thank you. Next slide. So because of that, every candidate, before getting into the opportunity, they would be assessed. So online assessment would be enabled for them, and their scorecard would be generated. So that makes our clients to just find out the right profile and create the onboarding in a shorter format. And once they are assessed and then loaded into the system, our AI matching engine would be able to map as per the JD who would be the top talent profile to be given to our client partner. So based on that, the onboarding and the interview to onboarding becomes the shorter cycle for all our corporate clients. And to make them as a right people, for example, here we are talking about somebody is going to learn about the new technology. Our skilling platform is just not about giving the training, and we also give them the projects and the live experience. That's where the startup ecosystems have come into the places. That's how we just got connected with most of the UiPath partners with us to tell them our talent pool is available for projects. So those is the enablement for them to taste the live experience, and from there they just get converted, most of them, to the respective organization. Next slide, please. Some of the clients for your reference, who are all the clients we are working, so that you get to know about the kind of domain, different domains and different technology we work with different clients. And of course, with UiPath, more than 6 to 7 years, we are working together as a partner. Next slide. I guess that's the next slide, I believe. Okay, yeah, this we can, with UiPath, what are we trying to do about it? Probably I'll just take a minute to just talk about it. So while we are just carving out the program, what we wanted to do, we can be a specific partner, which we are planning to do that. August 12th, where there is a Mentor Connect program already has been planned. Feel free to just join. It's a free program. We are bringing the 10 tracks forward there for the industry experts to do that. And followed by that, we are also having the corporate engagement. Two of the corporates are engaging to bring these kind of a program. One is Takeda, another one is Infosys is just coming to do an exclusive program. So you will get to know about these kind of a corporate programs where you get the skills, the mentoring, and the industry connects. Make use of it. That's the one thing we can just help you about it. And all of the UiPath program where it just comes as an online program, we will also be collaborating with the other partners and make sure you are getting the right academic knowledge along with the practical exposure for each of you. Next slide, please. With that, we welcome all of you for the program and wishing you all the best. And over to you, Tracy. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Angela. So excited to be here and be part of the team to help out everyone. I am a 6-year UiPath Community MVP, which just means I love to talk about automation anytime, anywhere with just about anyone. So it is definitely my thing. Excited to be here with you guys and to provide you support. So I do work for Centric Consulting. I started back in 2014. Started to transition into automation just by chance in 2018 because I searched around, heard about UiPath having a bunch of training available. It was all free and thought like, I should definitely take a look at some of this. Robots sound really cool. And within a few months, had pretty much done all of the training that was out there. So as you guys start to think through what background or skill set or anything like that you need, the answer is really none. You just need the desire to move forward with training and to keep at it. It's not that any of us that are here have any particularly special skill set to be in the automation industry. It's just that we kept coming back and wanted to learn more. And there are plenty of different roles, technical and non-technical, within that spectrum. So there's room for everybody for sure. So as part of the Centric team, what we'll be providing throughout the series for you guys is assistance with training, whether that be in Q&A sessions or one-on-one as we get questions. Being part of the community, making sure that nobody is left where they have a question that got unanswered or have hit the wall and can't move forward without some type of help. I know I got the same thing years ago when I first started and want to give back and make sure that everyone can move forward, getting some time back that really matters, and you guys are able to give that to other people as well. We'll also be helping with reviewing resumes, interview coaching, talking through some of the things that we typically look for, how certification impacts that, and all of the different questions that may come along related to career planning for you guys, whether you're in a company that may make a space for you related to automation, or whether you have nothing like that at all and have done nothing related to automation. There's a place for you to join no matter what. So the couple of things that I plan on talking about as part of the series is how to really master your path on the certification journey. A lot of people think about doing certification. Not a lot of people actually move forward with it and take the exam and get the certification, or not as many as we'd like for sure. So I want to make sure that you guys have the tools and the knowledge to plan that out and to move forward with it. And then also we'll talk a bit about how you can make your own way. You don't have to have a job in the industry. You don't have to have somebody make a space for you, but you can move forward with your learning and building up your resume regardless. As far as Centric goes, we started back in the 90s in the energy and utility space. Citizens Energy Group is one of our long-term multi-year automation customers. And we do lots of different things for lots of different roles related to automation. Have a team of over 40 to help support. So a little bit more about us. We have a wholly owned subsidiary in Gurgaon in India. Our largest team is there, and we're willing to help clients across many things, not just automation, but a whole variety of business and technology needs. And we're also willing to craft whatever help is needed side by side with a client. That could be a part-time single role, helping answer questions here and there as they come up. It could be a large team that takes over an entire automation program, a center of excellence, or anywhere in between. So always willing to do whatever our clients' needs and support them along their journey. Have over 1,300 consultants now, and have been around for many years at this point. So I won't be going into great detail about this, but just gave a listing of some of the things that are typically what our clients are looking for, as much as anything. So you guys can take a look at some of the types of projects, types of automation type work, AI type work that you might be interested in long term. If there's something that speaks to you, that having a passion about a particular area can be well worth continuing the journey and learning more about the area. UiPath platform is so large at this point, there's no way to know everything about all of the pieces of it. So totally normal to have a given area that you have the most interest in. So look forward to you guys learning more and more and figuring out where your passion falls within the platform and within the automation suite of projects on the whole.
Great. Thanks, Tracy. Thank you, everybody. So we're just going to talk a little bit about next steps. We would like you to take out your phones if you have them and go ahead and scan this QR code and just register for this automation agentic event. Again, this starts September 8th, 11th. You're going to find out, I'm going to say this one more time, that we're going to run series. We're going to start on September 8th. We're going to do this 4-day event, and then you're going to find out about more series that we're going to be doing. So we'll run them like one after another, not exactly right after, but when we have time, we'll ask you to join. All of our events will be recorded, so you'll have homework to do. Let's say you don't think you can make 2 days out of the 4 days. You can still register for our events, and you can look at the recordings on your own time from the events, and that still counts as being attending it. So again, we'd love for you to sign up for these. If nothing else, you get access to the recordings, to the information, to the presentations. We will be running this event first, just so that you get access to an event that's a little bit smaller, with some very prominent experts from Eric's team and our MVP. So that'll kick you off. And then the next one we'll be doing is the AI series, which was brand new last year, and we're looking forward to doing that. We have a great certification for that program as well. So with that, I'm going to just thank everybody on this call. Christopher, Eric, Manjula, Tracy, Melanie, Anna Maria, and all of you. But what we'd also like to do is just open up the mics now. If anybody has any questions you'd like to ask, we're open to do that. We went through a lot today, so if there is anything you guys have and want to answer, you could raise your hand or put something in chat if you want. Thank you. Okay, I don't see any questions, no hands raised. So, well, thank you everybody for joining today. And I'm looking forward to kicking this off in September with the real content, the real series, and look forward to all of you guys joining us. Thank you.